Hi everyone, it's Annie over at StampAnniething, and today I'm going to show you how I created this adorable Autism Awareness card using our newest and latest stamp, Maggie, Awareness is Key. So we're going to start off with a little speed coloring, and today I'm showing you right now how to do our skin tones. We always lay our lightest color down just to get the paper some saturation so the rest of the colors will blend. And then we work backwards. So our lightest color goes down first, and then we start with our darkest colors, blending out into our lighter colors towards the center of the face and the legs and the arms and so forth like that. And that is all that you're seeing right now is just blending of the color variations and then adding some R24 and R21 for her cheeks to give her a little bit of pop of color, and then blending that out with our E00, our E000, and just getting an overall nice blend of the skin tone to make our little girl. Now I'm going to start off doing her hair. I use the second to the darkest color of my blend of colors I want to do, and I just basically outline and do some flicks of strokes of hair where I think they're going to land, and I just do this so I at least have a guide of an outline of where I'm going to be laying the colors. Once I do that with my second darkest color, I then go to my next color, pretty much just repeating a little bit off the lines that I just did, and I keep continuing this process going to a lighter shade each and every time. After I'm done with that, I go back to my darkest color where would be her roots and where the darkest shadows, would be in the hair, and then I just blend that out with a few little lighter colors so that the darkest color isn't too hard and crisp. For the awareness ribbon, I actually penciled in some little tiny pieces of puzzles in her ribbon, which you can't really tell, it's too far away. And I just used the autism colors of red, blue, yellow, and teal, and just colored up that ribbon to look like an autism puzzle piece ribbon. Next, we're going to start on her dress, and we start with our darkest color again. And we are just adding where we think our pleats and our shadows are going to be for her dress. And then we start blending it out from our darkest color all the way down to our lightest colors. You will see here after I've done all of the blends that I do go back with my darkest color just to help with the contrast to make sure that those dark areas really do stand out and I get a better blend. So this process, sometimes you go over the colors 2 times. It's just something that you'll learn to do, and you perfect your own personal technique the longer that you do it. But that is what you'll see me doing here, just repeating over with some of the darker colors. Next, we're starting in on her socks, which is just a 2-color blend of our coal grays and a little pop on her collar. Her shoes are using the same red tones that were in the color of her dress. Next, we're starting on the actual little puzzle pieces. This is a digital background that I created. Simple colors that I used that would still tie in with the autism ribbon. So I chose kind of a blue, green, teal color, and then the bigger puzzle piece in back will be the more of a royal blue color. The background that I did, I just eyeballed and drew out 2 shapes of puzzle pieces and added a little heart to the smaller one. You'll see on this smaller piece, I am working with several different BG colors in the blue-green family because I really wanted a variation of it from going from light to dark with the cast shadow on the right-hand side. Just coloring the little heart using the same reds that were in her dress. Again, with the darker onto the right-hand side. Now we're going to start with our larger puzzle piece, and all I'm doing is taking my lightest blue, and I'm only using 2 colors of blue on this larger puzzle piece, and I'm just laying in the color just so it gets nice and saturated so that I can go back later and add my darker blue so I could add in the shade. So I'm just randomly, you know, coloring it all, just really quick, large brush strokes, just to fill in the whole entire area. Now I'm going in with the darker B18 marker, and I'm just laying down where I think my little shadow is going to be, so I can start to get that blend of it going from the lighter to dark. And you'll see I didn't go too crazy, you know, with trying to put a lot of detail in the puzzle piece, and that's because at the very end I did end up just using a gel pen and put white polka dots on it. But you'll see we're just blending it out now with our lighter color, and making it as smooth of a transition from the dark to light as we can. So now that my colors are layered, I felt that the card was really, really plain with that white stark, and I wanted those puzzle pieces to actually pop. So all I'm doing is laying down a yellow background using a 3-color combination, and I'm just going to blend it out. I'm not even coloring the whole entire background. I'm just kind of doing a haze around it, just so that those puzzle pieces do pop off the page a little bit more. And you'll see I'm just blending the colors, and then with my lightest color, I'm really just smudging the edges and blending them through as much as I can. You can also actually do this with your colorless blender so that you don't get those hard edged lines, so that they actually blend and start to fade into a lighter color around the edges. Now, my little trick here that I love, and I think that they are underrated, are the toner markers. I think that they are great to use and add really, really quick shadow and depth to your product. As you can see right there on that little teal color piece, it just pops like it's 3D. And that's just by using 2 little toner color markers. And then I also wanted to make the girl pop a little, and even the puzzle, the ribbon that she's holding in her hand. So I just go along with my toner markers, and I put where I think the shadows would be. The toner markers are super great, especially if you're like me. Sometimes I forget, because I put my markers away, what colors I just used, or I forget to write down what colors I used. So I can't necessarily go back with a red marker to add more shadow to her dress or whatever, because I forgot what reds I used. So the toner markers really help do that, because then you can add the shadows, and they blend really well with the lighter colors. So it's just something you practice with, and you'll find out which ones work best for you. Just adding some gel pen at this point, and there's our finished card, and I hope you like it. I love someone with autism, and you can actually use this stamp for just about any awareness ribbon campaign you need to do. Thank you.